Okay, time to prep our steaks. There we have it. I'm gonna do salt and pepper on both sides. And we got these little ones. Unfortunately, didn't bring a bigger one, but we will definitely make it work. Alright, so we're going to try to make some baked potatoes. So now I'm going to stick the baked potato right in this sort of bed of coals right here. We're going to keep them in there for a while. We'll flip him, but we'll keep them in there as we got our skillet still heating up. Time to test the skillet, see how hot it is. A little bit of water. That's exactly what we want. Alrighty, time to throw our steaks on. Just gonna drop them both right in. Alright, it's time to flip these steaks. Oh, look at that. Beautiful, nice crust on there. Flip them both. Now, I'm going to add a nice generous portion of butter in there. Let that cook as well. Oh, I can get it off. Also, we're going to throw some garlic in there, a couple cloves of garlic. Oh, we lost one. We plate our steaks. Some more of that juice on there. Yeah, potatoes looking nice and good. Excited for this meal. Morning, about 40 degrees, not exactly warm. Probably gonna make some breakfast, hang out for a little while, then move on to another area, try to look for some moose tonight. Got some moose tracks right here inside of camp. There's a number of them. That one's pretty good. Get the leaves out. Pretty big one right there. It came up from that direction over there. Down this way. Probably cross this rock over here. Heading down into that area. Moose enjoy areas that have been logged. Apparently it's easier for them to feed that way. Yeah, you can see the track continuing all up in there. so it's all really good. A little burnt on the pancakes, but it doesn't really matter. Eggs got good with the hot sauce and the crushed red pepper. Nice crispy bacon. Endless logging roads out here that lead to pretty much nowhere. Been driving some of these roads for quite a while. I'm gonna find some spots later and just go look for moose, see if we can get any around dusk. Maybe try again around dawn, see how that goes. But yeah, it's a pretty cool area. Drove around those back roads for quite a while. Ran into basically nobody. One of the cool stories that I've heard over the years from this part of New Hampshire, Coos County, is that of the Wood Devils. A bit of an old logging story from what I've been able to find out. First kind of popped up on the internet in the early 2000s on a forum. Somebody basically told the story of their grandfather and old-timers talking about these tall, hairy, gray man-like creatures that would hide behind trees and let out screams at night. I've since been told quite a few interesting stories, obviously Bigfoot stories. I mean, I have most of my encounters that I have in my personal database of sightings or encounters that haven't been online at any point are from Coos County. I forget the exact number, but I think I'm in the double digits for Coos County itself. It's really interesting because a lot of the other databases have the opposite, where it's the least populated county, least amount of sightings, but there's a long history here. But when it comes to the Wood Devils, I've been told on a couple occasions, people saying, you know, that they heard this story growing up in the area, or one guy talked about his grandparents, I guess, would scare him with that story when they were in a family camp up near Pittsburgh, and it was to keep the kids from going too far in the woods. So don't go too far in the woods or the Wood Devils will get you. I've tried to track down the origin story of it, and I've had some trouble doing so, but it definitely is a pre-internet story, which I think is interesting. Maybe that's another one of those Bigfoot or Sasquatch-like stories, kind of before that term was ever used or known, pre-1950s and that whole time period. So it's just interesting. It's an interesting story. I hope to get to the bottom of it. But right now I'm at this lake. It's absolutely super quiet tonight. Not a little bit of wind, unlike last night. There was a ton of wind. Tonight, super silent, which is really interesting. Echoes carry around the lake pretty interestingly whenever there's a noise made. So kind of fascinating. I'm the only one up here, as is the foliage peaked. So you're gonna have less tourists now until the snow starts piling up. That's when Coos County gets inundated with snowmobilers, cross-country skiers. The skiing is more in the White Mountains. This is further north. Either way, there's not ever really a whole lot of people up here. From here, it's just pretty much the Canadian border, not a whole lot. Didn't have much luck looking for moose today. Almost every place I got out, I saw tracks and sign. I mean, this area, this part of New Hampshire is just swamped. You've got Moose Alley just a little bit north, which has one of the highest densities of moose in this area. Obviously in Maine, we're right near the border. There's a lot of moose there too. So there's been times I've been up here and I've seen 5, 6 in a day. This is probably not a good season for them. Best in the summer, probably earlier in the fall. But it's cool seeing their evidence everywhere. Even had them in outside of my camp last night, just right in a dirt area where it tracks. Alright, so tonight I'm making some Kung Pao chicken, freeze dried. My favorite tools to have. Little portable backpacking stove. Use this on many hiking and backpacking adventures. Works fantastic. Put that guy right up. Get my mess kit. Don't need this stuff. We just want this guy. Time to crack open a cold one. Tonight I'm actually having some cider, Citizen Cider. This one's from Vermont. I like this one. So that's all done. Turn that guy off. Let that cool down. Add water to the mix.